So I was a bit before that. So like got out of jail. So I ended up in jail, got out, and I got out to a beautiful family. There, and it was pretty much a recovery, and like they are very life changing, and that was Grace Foundation. So Grace Foundation was like the place that just flipped the switch for me, and like I said, in order to overcome shit, you have to be able to see that people have overcome it. So when I got out of jail, I ended up with the Latelli family.
Dave.
Dave was. I ended up with their family, and they just showed me a way that there can be a life after the shit that you've gone through, and despite all the charges or whatever you've got, like that there is a way. And I ended up staying in there, and I just found a whole lot of way. And that was so Grace Foundation was a part of the organisation that took on anybody, and it really. It was all about everything. It didn't matter what charges you had accumulated or what pretty much what life you came from. They took you in, and they showed you a different way. It was an organisation led by all lived experience, and that's why I give it up to my girl Vix. Rest in peace to Vix. You changed a lot of people's lives. Even though she's not here with us today, I know she's shining down on us. So yeah.
So how long has Grace Foundation been in?
So they're gonna kill me if they saw that. So I know for a fact it's been going for more than 7 years. It could actually be 10 years.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So I was I've been involved with them for for at least the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And they're still a big part of my life. They're my mentors. They're the ones, if I've got something to bitch about or cry about or how to overcome my hurdles, that's who I turn to. And so, so they're pretty much they're an organisation that once you go in there, you're obligated to, you have to do programs for the first 3 to 6 months. And then after that, and I suppose it's all up to you. And I've seen it change so many lives, and pulled so many people that were in whatever the fuck they were up to, pulled them away from their shit where they just mellowed out, and they've learnt to be happy. It is a faith-based organisation. It's just, I wouldn't even call it an organisation, but it's a life-changing place, and it's the place that you want to go to if you want to overcome anything. There's programs in there that help you, or they flip your mindset and all that, and you're not doing it alone. You're doing it with fucking 100 other people. And so you get so you first come in, you get put into a transition house, and they see where you are. So you go from a transition house, and you go out to independent houses. And so
independent houses meaning homes?
Yes.
Not with families house. And stuff?
Yeah, but with in amongst yourself. So you're pretty much under the sun for the first couple of months, and when they feel that you're ready, or when you know that you're ready, and you're not gonna that's when where you're just ready to go to the other houses. And that's when you start to live life, and especially if you're starting to work and all that, and that's what I found with being there. Is I was very, very blessed to be one of their first ones to do their transitions into work with a criminal record, and they ended up being very succursuccessful.
So what did it feel like when you started working? Did you ever work before that?
Yeah, oh no, I had worked before that, but it was working. So it was working after all the trauma or whatever the fuck you've gone through. Yeah. And even with a lot of people these days, especially a lot of our poly people, is they're so used to getting told nah, or what, they're so used to getting rejection. And then in a lot of places it doesn't want you, once you've been rejected so many times, a lot of people, they give up. But then through this through them, I found that if you there was always hope. It didn't stop, and even the boys now, The boys, a lot of the boys that were in there when I was in there, they're all doing their own gyms and all that. And so yeah, shout out to Change Recruitment, Tovea, shout out to you. Yeah, and so like it's really overcome, like you've overcome hurdles and you've seen a different lifestyle, but you've got the best people. Like, so to anyone that knows like Butterbean's parents, and he talks about it himself, as his parents, oh man, they're from seeing where their lives were once upon a time to seeing where they are now. Like they're like my idols. Like his mum, she is like the role model. Like, she's probably gonna slap me. We should be like, how fucking dare you talk about me, bitch? But she's like, yeah, she's like the role model for many. And in order to succeed, you need to see a good role model and see someone that's doing it for real and not being an eat-ass. And that's exactly what I found for me that the Latelli family have been all about. Has been about